What's up, you guys? Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new here, I'm Ryan Wilson, owner of the Fitness Parlor and the Ryan Wilson Podcast. Today I want to talk about some of the worst things about owning a gym. Now, don't get me wrong. I do really love owning a gym, but there were some things that I wish I would have known before I purchased my facility. So I want to share those things with you guys today. But before we do that, can I make sure you guys hit that like button? And if you guys haven't already, smash that subscribe button as well. Okay, so this list isn't in any particular order, but I do have this one thing that I kind of knew that was going to happen, but I didn't expect it to affect me in the way that I thought it would. And that's just my loss of my personal space. Because for me, going to the gym and working out every day was that it was a way for me to clear my head. I was working on personal goals as well, like just getting in better shape, but I use the gym a lot to de-stress, to clear my head or to think through things. And whenever I bought the gym, it was kind of a double-edged sword because I was helping other people with their problems, but I didn't really get to always work through my problems as well. Now, there's ways to work through it, but you got to remember, when you own a gym, people are going to start associating you as the owner, and they're going to feel more comfortable coming up to you, which is great. That's exactly what you want. But it might be hard for you to go get your hour-and-a-half workout in or 2-hour workout in if that's what you're used to without someone coming up to you and stopping you. I'm not saying you never get a workout in. I'm just saying it does become a little bit more difficult when people feel more comfortable walking up to you and asking you a question in the gym. Now, something else that I expected, I just didn't know to what extent to expect on it, is the just member retention in a gym. You know, I knew that people would come and people would go, but I didn't know how many people would come and go. And you can do whatever you want. You could offer the best services. You can be as friendly as you would like. You could be giving stuff away for free. There's some people that just are not going to stay in the gym, and you can't control it. It's completely out of your hands. So that's something I want you guys to think about before you guys go and purchase your first gym, is there's going to be people that drop off. And I would say expect probably 30% of members to drop off, because there's tons of people that are just wanting to try the gym for the first time in their life. And they might not like it. It might not be their thing. They might enjoy walking at the park a lot better than they like walking on a treadmill. And then you get some people that they have families. They have a husband or wife, kids at home. Work gets busy, things happen, and they just can't make it into the gym. And for them, financially, they can't afford to keep paying for a gym membership. So you might lose them as well. And you might just have some people that just don't like your environment. I have heard it all for excuses why people are terminating their gym memberships. I do not let it get to me. And one thing I recommend for you guys is to not even check how many members you guys have at a time. Just make sure that you guys are making money. That's all that matters at the end of the day. As long as the gym is bringing in more money than it is spending, that's what really matters. I seriously have heard that I ran into someone one time and they said they didn't like the music that I play in my gym. Just for a reference for you guys, I play 90s, 2000, and today's hits. It's all censored. I feel like it's kind of music that everybody doesn't hate, but everybody doesn't love. It's just socially acceptable. That's what I want. And to me, the music is just there for background noise. So just don't get too attached to the idea that nobody can ever leave, because they're going to leave. But trust me, more will come in. So just understand that you're going to lose members sometimes. There's going to be members that come to your gym for a month and drop off, and there's some members that are going to come for a year or 2 or 3 and then just drop off randomly. Some people move. Some people go away, like they get a job in another town, they go to school in another town, and they just have to move. They don't want to move, but they have to move. So there's lots of reasons why you will lose some members over time, but trust me that more will come. And don't watch the member count too much, because that will start to stress you out over time. Another one is going to be competition. You're going to have competitors no matter where you're at, especially if you're in big cities. But you're going to have competitors no matter where you're at. So I would just say be prepared even if your community doesn't have any competitors right now, always try to be prepared for competitors. Because in the fitness industry, owning a gym is, I wouldn't say easy to open up a business, but I wouldn't say it's the hardest business to open up either. So I would say it's mid-level entry to be able to start a gym of their own. And so you're going to have people that are going to start up their own gym. And most people that work out probably have at some time want to own a gym in their life. And so that might be a goal for them. And I feel like you see local gyms pop up all the time, even in big cities where there's these massive corporation gym facilities. You're still going to see the little guys pop up. And I would just recommend being the best business that you can, offering the most to your members that you can. There's lots of things that you can do. I've certainly talked about it in some of my videos before. I'm not going to go over them today, but there's lots of things that you can do to make sure that you're ahead of the game. But there will be competition, and you just need to prepare for that and make sure that you're doing the best that you can. Now, this is something that I didn't really expect when I was buying a fitness facility, and that is just staying up with trends or not staying up with trends. And what I mean by that is there's going to be things in the fitness industry that come and go. For example, there was a bungee class that became very popular in my area. I had a lot of members requesting to revamp my studio and add the bungees in. But then 6 months later, nobody was interested in this bungee class anymore. And as much as I love the idea of being able to offer everything that I possibly can to my members, I just financially would not have came out ahead on that renovation and that class. So, and I kind of expected that. I kind of seen it. It kind of looked a little trendy, and I wanted to wait on it for a while. You know, I put it on the back burner. I was like, well, maybe if this sticks around for a while, but it certainly seemed like a trend, and I was very grateful that I did not go ahead and put that class into my gym, because I would still be paying for it and nobody would be coming. Now, trends I would say to stay up with is maybe some new equipment. I do know that I bought some cable attachments. They were they were just new in the industry. I hadn't really seen them before. They were rubberized, but they had like the grips that, like, when you're doing a lat pull down, they had the handles on each side, but they keep your wrist straight instead of just a straight bar. Most people would curl their wrist coming down trying to cheat it. These bars made it so that your wrist had to stay straight. That was something that I seen that was kind of a new trend that was popping up in every TikTok, every YouTube video. Any influencer was using it. Every gym was starting to get to it. It was a fairly cheap entry point as well to get these new grips for our cable machines. I really liked the idea of it, so I went ahead and bought those for my gym. We now have 2 sets of just those grips alone. People love them. And that's what I'm talking about, just staying up on the trends. There's going to be new products, maybe new belts, new wrist wraps, new supplements, maybe even that come out, like maybe a better protein powder. You know, back in the day, they only had whey protein concentrate, and now they have whey protein isolates. And just the technology and the science is really starting to take off in the fitness industry. So you're going to really want to pay attention to those trends, because if you go on the wrong trend, you could lose a lot of money in your facility. But a good trend could certainly make you guys a lot of money as well. Now, maintenance your equipment. I bet you guys never expect any piece of fitness equipment to really break on you. I expected them to break, but I expected something to break like maybe once every 6 months or a year. But I will say this, I get a machine, I'm talking cable machine, plate loading machine, dumbbell, any type of piece of equipment in my gym, it probably breaks once a month. Now, I have somewhere between 700 and 800 members on average in my facility at all times. We are a 24-hour facility, so everything is getting used quite a bit, but I would expect to be repairing your machines once a month. Your treadmills, they need to be maintained. They need to have oil on the belts to keep them moving smoothly. All your cable machines need to be oiled so that the cables move up and down nicely. everything has to be taken care of. And even if you don't have machines breaking, you're still going to have pads on the machines going bad. Just the sweat that comes off of everybody and the disinfectant that you put on the pads, it dries the pads out, it cracks them. And if you want to keep a nice facility, a facility that people like to come to, you're going to have those pads replaced. And they're going to cost you anywhere between $100 and $250 a pad. So that's something to think about. You are going to have a monthly maintenance, some type of schedule that you're probably going to want to keep up with. And I just know that some gyms don't plan for that going in, and it's just extra added expense. So I would just say put $250 aside every single month for maintenance. If you don't have to fix something in 1 month, you probably need to fix 2 things the next month. So definitely try to just expect some type of maintenance every single month. Another big one that I knew I wanted to offer my members products in my facility, like supplements, wrist wraps, drinks, t-shirts, things that people that are coming to the gym are already gonna want. But what I didn't realize is that it's gonna be very hard for you to provide all the products that they want. I carry a full lineup of supplements, full lineup of wrist wraps, elbow wraps, knee wraps, full lineup of different style t-shirts, energy drinks, protein shakes, and waters. But there's so many brands out there. Even if you pick the best brand, you're not going to make everybody happy. It's going to take some time for you to figure out what your members really do like, what they don't like. You might buy some products and they never sell just because it might not be their forte. They might not like that brand, or there might just be some products that you buy. Shin guards, for example, I've stocked up a lot on the shin guards from Tough Wraps. They're an awesome product. I do sell some, but I don't sell a lot. So things like that, you might spend some extra money on that just doesn't sell right away. I bought some supplements sometimes. Creatine's a great seller, but when you start buying beta-alanine by itself, you don't get a lot of people just buying straight beta-alanine. So you might buy that product and it might sit so long it goes bad. So finding the products that your members want might be a little difficult at times, and don't get attached to the idea that every piece of product has to sell. You are going to have some product that probably sits around and might even go bad. Something else that I knew from going to gyms, to 24-hour gyms, was that you always get these people that want to sneak in. They want to bring their friends in. They want to bring their girlfriend in. They just don't want to pay a gym membership for whatever reason, and they think that it's okay to sneak in the back door. You're going to have that. It sucks. And even when you catch someone sneaking in, they're not going to want to admit it. They're going to come up with every excuse in the book why they came in that day for free, and you're going to have to prove to them why they were sneaking in and that it's not okay. What I would say to combat that: build a system. Figure something out to be able to track these members, and also build a system that is, one time only. They get caught sneaking in, next time they're out. Build a zero tolerance. That's how I am in my gym. I tell everybody when they're coming in, if I ever catch you sneaking in, it's an automatic ban. Now, I'm not saying you guys have to be that way. You guys choose a system that you guys like, but I am telling you, you're going to get people that are sneaking in, and they're trying very hard to find a way to get a free gym membership or get in your gym for free. So you're going to have to pay attention for it. Now, I do know that certain gym programs, I use one called Gym Assistant. It is a gym program where you set your members up. It's how they get access with a key card or their phone. I have something called the Door Watcher program that comes with it. It has its own camera, and every time the door opens, it tells me exactly who's coming in. It tracks them for like 10 seconds, and then anytime that someone goes out of the door, it tracks them as well. So I have footage of anyone coming in or out, and it is very helpful. Also, the program, if someone tries to swipe their card and their membership's due, it also notifies me of that. So there is systems out there in these gym programs that can really help. Just find the right one that works for you guys. If you guys want some suggestions of good gym access programs, certainly let me know in the comments below. I know a good list of them. I've tried a few of them myself, but I can certainly make a video on that. And just prepare yourself. Just know that you're not going to catch everyone, but if you have someone working for you, make sure you let them know how important it is that nobody comes in for free. And I would just say, you don't have to ban them every single time you catch someone sneaking in, but you need to address it for sure. You need to let them know when they're signing up that sneaking in is not okay. Coming in for free is not okay. And then the second that you catch them, whether it's a call, whether you stop them in person, you need to, or an email, some way you need to notify them and say, hey, we seen you coming in. You're not paying. We need to get this addressed in some matter. So that's all I would recommend for that. You're going to have some problems. It can be addressed, but definitely want to pay attention for it. And then there's going to be some less pressing things to worry about as well. Not everything is the end of the world, but it does suck. And this is something I never even thought about, like never even fathomed whenever I was going to own a gym. And this is just how messy some people can be in the gym. Middle of the winter, if you're lucky to live somewhere warm where it never snows or never rains or gets nasty outside, you should be very grateful. But in any type of climate where it's snowy or raining a bunch, people are going to be tracking mud in. And if you have rubber floors, it's going to show up terribly on those rubber floors. So just expect people to bring their muddy shoes in. Something I would recommend for that is to have like a boot cleaner outside of your building. That way they can clean their shoes, or at least give them an attempt to. Obviously a rug when you walk in the facility, maybe have a lobby, like a pre-lobby before you get to the gym floor, something with lockers and benches, or have a locker room that they can get to before they have to walk on the gym floor. This really helps give them the opportunity to come in, change into their gym shoes before they go out on the gym floor. But you're still going to have people that carry their shaker cups around with them. They're going to spill it. People are going to be wanting to scoop their protein powders or their pre-workouts into their shaker. It's going to make a mess on the floor. You're going to have powder everywhere. You're going to have to just deal with that. And then just dust and dirt and grime that people just drag in with them. Every time you open the door, crap's blowing in, and it makes a mess in the gym. And just like stuff like drinks. People are going to want to drink energy drinks when they're out on the gym floor, and they're going to get busy talking to somebody else, or somebody's going to call them. They're going to have to rush out of the gym right away, and they're going to forget their energy drink. So you're going to have to come in and clean it up. Or you know what? People are just going to leave their weights out. You know, that to me is one of my biggest pet peeves, is when someone doesn't put their weight away. But that's just part of owning a gym. You know, you can, if someone does it repetitively, you can go and say something to them and say, hey, I noticed you've been leaving your weights out. Can you please put them back? Just so we don't have to pick them up for you. But there's going to be times where someone just accidentally leaves their drink out, or accidentally forgets to put their weights back. It does happen. Even I've done it. Everybody's done it. You've done it. I know you have. It's just forgetfulness. It's human nature. It is part of it. But it's something to expect going into it. I would say it's a daily thing. You're not going to be able to clean the gym. It's not going to be able to stay clean for a week. You're going to have to clean it every single day. Same with the bathroom. Dudes and women are coming in. They're all jacked up on pre-workout. They're packed full of protein powder. They're going to be destroying your guys' bathrooms. So just prepare for the amount of stuff that you're going to have to clean. Find some people that want to work for you and make sure they're willing to clean the bathroom, clean the floors, mop, sweep, dust, clean mirrors. You know, for whatever reason, spit gets on the mirrors. I think it just lifting heavy weights just accidentally comes out of people's mouths. But just expect it. Plan some time every day to go out and clean up your gym if you want a clean gym. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I do really appreciate it. If you guys want to know more, make sure you guys give this video a like. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so you guys don't miss any future videos. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.